I am Managing Director at Everything Health. We are a longtime partner to Nicholas Hall & Company as a network partner. We do a lot of collaborative work, mostly here in the U.S., but in markets elsewhere as well. The topic of my presentation today had to do with the future of self-care. I used a little bit of a metaphor of a flat Earth and a flat self-care world versus the spherical future that we could all develop together. So I talked about a number of things. I talked about the philosophy of being willing to design the future, and that has to do with courage and exploration. But I also talked about the practicality of it and how we can bring to bear some new resources and tools, digital capacities, data capacities, etc., to truly empower consumers and to make them partners on their self-care journey. I called for a consortium of sorts, a collaborative effort across the industry to vet out this concept, think about how we could do something that becomes not disruptive to the consumer, but actually an engaging process for the consumer. And with Nicholas Hall and the team there and a number of other partners, we're very much looking forward to moving forward with many folks from the conference and beyond as a part of this mission. The key message for the industry is really that all is not lost, and that we don't have to live with 2% growth in the US and 4% growth globally, that what we've experienced in the past and what I come from and what many other folks come from in healthcare is still very much possible. We just sort of have to reorient our sails and, again, do that as much as we can together in terms of at the core so that we can compete with one another for consumer loyalty in the domains where we really can leverage individual capacities. The key takeaway points from the conference, are really incredibly varied in terms of the topics that were covered, and yet what's really interesting to me is how actually it all fits together. And I think the issue is that we really have to work more hand in hand with consumers and with the ecosystem of partners. Nobody's going to go down this pathway successfully alone. It's going to be something where we work together for the good of all. We sort of, raise the tide for all, and then we go independent ways from there with our individual brands and individual businesses. Nicholas's team does a fantastic job of a year ahead having a sense of what the important topics are going to be and who should be delivering that information. Because I've been a party to this agenda coming together now for the past 9 or 10 months, and really it couldn't have been more perfect.